When it's time to make a decision about where to go for a date, and a man says, "You can do whatever you want to do," he is abdicating his responsibility as the leader. He is putting the burden onto you. This is a form of emasculation. This is showing that a man does not know how to lead or doesn't want to lead, and it shows that his masculine instinct is not fully online. So he is putting this energetic burden onto you of being the one that is making the final decision, which means that he is putting you more into your masculine energy, putting the responsibility onto you, putting you in your head, which isn't going to feel good for you, and it's going to depolarize the dynamic. You're going to experience a loss of attraction and connection and respect for him, and he's just going to become more and more apathetic the more that this situation, this dynamic plays out. And what we're going to be talking about today is why men do that in the first place, and how you can be contributing to it in a negative way, and what you can do instead to ensure that a man is fully stepping up and taking care of you, while also being thoughtful and considerate for what you would like to do. Before we get into it, I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Zach Rohde. I'm here to lead you into creating the relationship of your dreams using your feminine energy and what I call feminine communication to inspire a man into cherishing you. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel, make sure you do that below, hit the notification bell, and be sure to like this video because I'm going to make sure it's a really good one for you. So this is something that I used to do with my wife prior to me learning about polarity, prior to my masculine instinct coming online. I was just lazy a lot of the time when it came to simple everyday things like going out with my wife, as well as chores and all of that kind of thing. I was in my head focused much more on the future, bigger picture things, and I was just lazy when it came to the smaller stuff. But it's not small stuff to a woman, because this small stuff is actually a big part of how a man shows that he really cares about his woman and believes that she's important and wants to take care of her. So if a man is not showing up and he's putting this burden onto you, like, where are we going? Whatever you want to do, you pick something. Then what he is communicating is he doesn't really care. He values you so little that he's not willing to put in the effort that would take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever, sometimes longer, to plan something, to make a decision, to pick a restaurant, to pick a place to go, whatever it is. And he's also demonstrating that he doesn't understand leadership dynamics, because in any relationship, any healthy relationship, the man is going to be the one that's leading. He's the one that's making all the final decisions, and the woman is following his lead. Understand that this does not mean that the man is deciding selfishly, thoughtlessly, that it's all about him and what he wants to do. No, a good leader is absolutely taking your feelings, your needs, your desires into consideration. Oftentimes he will be asking for input about what you really enjoy, what you enjoy eating, what you enjoy doing, all of that stuff, so that he can make an excellent decision that's going to be fun and enjoyable for both of you. But he's the one that's making the final decision. And this is what really matters, because it's the final decision. Well, it's not the only thing that matters, but a big part of what matters is the final decision, because that's causes a big sense of responsibility, right? Because if you make the decision, you make the final decision, you're going to feel that burden of doing that. You're going to feel that fear, that guilt of making the wrong decision, of picking something that's going to be not fun or not enjoyable or way too expensive or just not a good experience. And that's not the kind of responsibility that a woman should have. The man, the leader of the relationship, is the one that is supposed to have that responsibility. And the woman can absolutely give input to that. But when a man is saying, like, we'll just do whatever you want, it's actually two problems. One, he's putting the final decision onto you. That's not good. But also, he's making you do the work of finding something to do in the first place. He's not even, picking a few places and then giving you the option of which one to choose. He's actually making you do all the work. So this is emasculation. This is one level of emasculation, because he is not taking his role seriously, and his masculine instinct isn't fully online. If his masculine instinct was fully online, he would love making all the decisions. He will enjoy making all the decisions, and he won't enjoy putting that onto you. You'll feel his instinctual feeling inside will be like, I'm doing something wrong. I'm burdening my woman, if his masculine instinct was fully online. If he were to put that decision onto you, if he's like, you just do whatever you want. It's just lazy leadership. It's not even leading, actually. It's an abdication of leading. And many women experience this. And the most painful part about it is a lot of the time it doesn't start that way, right? Because hopefully you had enough self-worth to pick a man who is picking dates in the beginning, right? He was choosing where to go. He was taking you out. But what ends up happening later on in a relationship is the man gets lazy. He gets comfortable. It's like, okay, we're living together now. I don't really need to try to impress you in any way. You just do that. I'm gonna go play video games, or I'm gonna focus on work, or I would focus on whatever I believe is more important. You go do that stuff. And I definitely did that. Huge problem. Like, I look back on how I was in the past, and I'm like, I don't know how any woman put up with me, especially not my wife. No woman should put up with a man like that. And women put up with men like that, and you shouldn't. Women can be so accommodating and understanding and flexible, which is a beautiful part about women in general. But that becomes a really big problem when women become so flexible and accommodating that they end up dishonoring their hearts. They end up taking on responsibilities that they should not be taking on, and then they contribute to the downfall of the relationship. Because what you're essentially doing is you're enabling him to be lazy. You're enabling him to not be a leader. Whenever you end up going along with his, we'll call it leadership, like whatever you want to do, and then you pick something and you're contributing to that. So you are enabling his passivity. So you're co-creating that reality with him. Yes, that is his problem by abdicating that responsibility as a leader, but you are contributing to it as well. And it's because you're not fully in your feminine self-worth. If you were fully in your self-worth, you would never tolerate that. That doesn't mean you're going to break up with him the first time he does that, but it means that you're not going to be the one that is picking and deciding. You're feeling in yourself, in your body, like, no, I can't. Like I said, it really is a no for me. This really doesn't feel good. And then you're communicating that. You're not communicating it as a boundary. You shouldn't, because that would be masculine. You're not saying like, no, you pick. You're not saying, no, the man is supposed to do that, because that's teaching. All of that is masculine energy. And that's not going to motivate a man to see himself and start stepping up. He's only going to see himself and start stepping up and feel inspired to step up when you really drop into your feminine energy. You learn how to get really vulnerable. And a big part of being vulnerable is you should be sharing your feelings multiple times a day. I mean, real feelings. I don't mean judgments. I don't mean stories. I mean like anxiety, anger, sadness, guilt, shame, irritation, frustration, horniness, excitement, joy. And there's a few more. I can never get them all at once in my head. But those are real feelings. Are you sharing those multiple times a day? Like 5 to 15 times a day? If you're not, it means that you are hiding your heart from your man, because there are going to be those feelings that come up for you frequently. Either that, or you're dissociated, or you're not even really connected to what you're feeling. And if you're not sharing those feelings, not just sharing them from your head, if you're not fully sharing those feelings with him from your heart, it means that he's going to be having a way less inspiration to take care of you and to lead you than he otherwise would. Those feelings are beautiful. It's what inspires a masculine man, and it's what allows him to see himself and step up to fully be the man that you need him to be, which means being a leader, choosing the restaurant, being the one fully responsible for that, making plans, trying to make your life easier, trying to unburden you, cherishing you in all of the ways that a man is supposed to. If you would like help learning how to make those shifts, be more vulnerable, use feminine communication, communicate your heart, then keep watching these videos. They're going to teach you so much about how to make those shifts. And if you would like to learn more about working with me, where we can help you make these shifts really quickly, much more easily, with much less fear, much less pain, mistakes involved, book a call with me. Go below this video, open up the description, click on relationshipyourdreams.com, watch the video on that page, and then book a call. I'll see you there. We'll talk all about your love life. I'll tell you everything that I see that might be contributing to you not being cherished in the way that you need, and then we'll find out if working together makes sense. See you there.